Could Gorlock the Destroyer kill the Minecraft Ender Dragon? This has been a topic of discussion that has puzzled great minds for centuries, and we aim to crack this conundrum in today's video. First, let's look at the statistics. At full health, the Ender Dragon stands at a respectable 200 HP. Let's first try brute forcing this directly. While holding a netherite sword, Gorlock is able to do a total of 8 damage. We can further increase the stat by throwing on a strength 2 pot and slapping on the sharpness 5 enchantment. If we time a jump for a crit, the damage is multiplied by 1.5, resulting in an absolute maximum output of 19.5 damage per swing. Unfortunately, this places us at an impasse. 19.5 damage is nowhere near enough for Gorlock to one-shot the dragon, and there really isn't a good way to amp our striking strength without using commands. Fortunately, we do have a solution. In the Mounds of Mayhem update, Mojang added the Spear to Minecraft, a weapon whose damage scales on movement speed rather than a flat constant. This lets the damage dealt by the spear to be theoretically infinite. However, this approach comes with its own problems. For one, Gorlock is much too slow horizontally to use the spear in any meaningful way, let alone one-shot the dragon. Fortunately, the spear also allows the user to utilize their vertical momentum, a skill we are most definitely proficient in. For this example, we'll use a netherite spear enchanted with sharpness 5. Unfortunately for us, however, an issue arises. As opposed to the mace, the spear does not negate fall damage in the case of a hit. This means that we will need to manage our fall height correctly. By default, Minecraft Steve can fall exactly 23 blocks without dying. However, Gorlock is in vastly different shape in comparison to Steve, so we'll have to make a few adjustments. After a quick Google search, we find out that Gorlock is 500 pounds as of 2024. We plug this into the force equation to find out that we are able to fall a grand total of 8.2 blocks without dying. We have a few ways to increase this number. However, some of them are invalid due to certain constraints on our character. We find our solution in Turtle Master Potions. They give us an 80% damage resistance for their duration in exchange for axing movement speed, a stat which we don't care about anyways. As a result, we are able to fall down 41 blocks without dying, which results in us dealing approximately 190 damage. However, this is not enough. To get all the way to the 200 damage needed to one-shot the dragon, we'll need to rely on our second lifeline, Absorption. By eating a golden apple before the fall, Gorlock is able to survive a 49 block fall and deal 208 damage, which is enough to one-shot the Herald of the End.